first time in history and proud of all Tanzanians here and abroad. Before going any further, I would like to take this opportunity to give a condolence message to you as the President of the United Republic of Tanzania and the nation following the death of our beloved father and statesman, the late Sheikh Hassan, who was the second President of the United Republic of Tanzania. We cannot imagine the pain you had and the family of the late Sheikh Hassan are feeling for the loss of our beloved statesman. Please, on behalf of all our colleagues who are here, we would like to thank you for these deepest condolences and wishing you a quick recovery from the shock of the death of the week. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you peace, comfort, and forgiving sins. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Madam President, I would like to take this opportunity to express my sincere thanks to you personally for accepting our invitation to join hands with us today and officiate this. Regardless of your tight schedule, your presence in this meeting is a clear manifestation of love and affection you have attached to this Commonwealth meeting. Your Excellency, today as we have gathered here for the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Law Ministers, I would like to take this opportunity to thank and mention Right Honourable Patricia Scotland, KC, the Secretary General of the Commonwealth, for making our dreams to be true. And today we are proud that this meeting is happening in Tanzania for the first time, and particularly here in Zanzibar. Madam President, while I'm still holding the floor, I would like to take this opportunity again to congratulate Honourable Ambassador Mkutano, the Minister of Constitution and Legal Affairs of the United Republic of Tanzania. In fact, Honourable Ambassador Mkutano is deserving the highest commendation for her excellent cooperation in the preparation of this meeting. She was my anchor person, especially in the situation when things needed serious attention. It will not be an exaggeration to describe Mr. Chana's support extended to us as a good spirit of strengthening the union between two parts of the United Republic of Tanzania. Honourable Your Excellency, Madam President, we are aware of the fact that this meeting has drawn delegates from 56 different countries. We would therefore like to take this opportunity to cordially invite our guests to Zanzibar, which has tropical climate being classified as tropical monsoon climate. Your Excellency, Madam President, we also like to take this advantage to this well-attended meeting to make special requests to our guests to look into ways of adjusting their diaries so as to find time to visit several historical and tourist attraction sites. Zanzibar is a peaceful Indian Ocean island and a cosmopolitan society that is bestowed with clean and wide beaches. Please do not miss this opportunity. The Zanzibar archipelago is a strong town UNESCO-rated site, which many are building together with a narrow wide Swiss patterns and great symbols of the importance of the historical background of Zanzibar. Madam President, the National Government of Zanzibar and the Government of the United States of Tanzania would like to make assurance that all of our guests and all necessary measures have been put in place and ensure that they will have the most enjoyable and memorable stay in Zanzibar. Once again, I would like to thank again and all the delegates and invited persons who have attended this meeting. Without taking much time, I would like to welcome to you Zanzibar, and please remember Zanzibar is a nice destination.
Keenly, and I say to the government and people of Tanzania, to his family and friends, especially his son, the current President Hussein Mwinyi, who is so graciously hosting us in Zanzibar, that the Commonwealth is with you. We mourn with you. We pray with you. And always, always, we stand with you. The late President's contributions in delivering courageous economic reform and calm regional diplomacy during a period of international turmoil still resounds today. Yet his greatest legacy is perhaps the humility with which he approached his service of the people as the third president of Zanzibar, the first vice president of the United Republic of Tanzania, and the second president. That humility is an example we would all do well to live by. And as we join Tanzania in this period of national mourning, let that be the spirit with which we come together as one Commonwealth family in the days ahead. It is fitting that we are here in Zanzibar, where the late president was a student, teacher, and leader. And it is so poignant that as we mourn a reforming statesman who brought mobile phones and computers to Tanzania, we gather under the theme technology and innovation, and specifically how we can harness them to enable access to justice for every citizen. I think the second president's spirit breathes with us in this room tonight. Throughout the days ahead, we will reflect on the progress we have made together towards the swift and full delivery of the mandate given to us by heads of government at Chogam in Kigali through the Commonwealth Access to Justice Declaration. And I'm very proud to see that my brother and minister from Rwanda is here, keeping the light alive. And this is an extraordinary moment for us, because we will consider the tools, resources, and assistance developed and offered by the Secretariat at the request and in support of Commonwealth member states. We will share, we will listen, we will learn, and I have no doubt with ambition and resolve. Together, we will write the next dynamic chapter in the storied history of Commonwealth law ministers' meetings. The timing and the content of this meeting are critically important. Our world is tightly bound by a tangled knot of crises spanning global economic, environmental, and security systems. These challenges are ferocious, interlinked, and grave. And it is in this crucible that the most profound and far-reaching technological advancement in the history of human civilization is unfolding. In all the years that I have been a lawyer, I have never seen such a time. The world is changing before our eyes, and in navigating this change with all its dangers and all its opportunities, the law, justice, and the institutions which uphold them are essential strengths. They are, at the same time, a fixed point, a cornerstone, which offer a common framework for both our minimum standards and our highest ideals. And they are dynamic, because whilst our values and aspirations do not change, the tools we can use to realize them are ever evolving. Indeed, our capacity to meet the challenges of today and seize the opportunities of tomorrow depends on our ability to understand, master, and harness the technological revolution. This is true of our economies, our healthcare and education systems, but it's true for every sector. And that includes access to and the administration of justice for all. Our Commonwealth is a unique and special association. We are 56 independent, sovereign nations, home to almost 1/3 of humanity, with 1.5 billion people under the age of 30. We are united by shared history, common interests, natural advantages, and joint action. Throughout the 75 years of extraordinary change and challenge, we have weathered country storms together and embraced a myriad of opportunities for growth and progress. I am the 6th Secretary General of the Commonwealth of Nations, and it has been the Secretariat's privilege to serve this great family of nations for 60 years of that 75-year history. But our very existence, the Secretariat's very existence, is due to 3 remarkable African statesmen, one of whom was the great, the renowned President Julius Nyerere. Without his foresight, without his determination to found an independent secretariat, we would not be here. And all these shared experiences have constantly strengthened us as a Commonwealth. They've helped us to make us who we are. They continue to shape what we aspire to be, and they will sustain us for many, many decades to come. Yet the essential truth is even more powerful. We are the largest association of nations in the history of the world, which is bound above all by values to which we all aspire. There is no treaty that binds us. There is no compulsion for us to be together. We choose to come together as a family for the common good and to make sure that we serve those we love. Justice and the rule of law are central to these values. And we, those of us here in this room in particular, we are their custodians. We are the salt which flavors justice. And it is our responsibility to drive forward the paradigm shift agreed at our last meeting in Mauritius, to deliver the Access to Justice Declaration our heads of government mandated in Kagame, and to ensure that the people of the Commonwealth know they have access to justice because they can taste it, they can see it, and feel it. So we must work with energy, purpose, and rigor. But we must also summon our courage, our heart, and our thirst for justice to ensure that the words of our charter and the terms of our mandates are not simply words, just words on a page, but they are lived experience for all. Even at a time of such sadness for our generous hosts and for our whole Commonwealth, when I look around this room and see the ministers and officials gathered here, I have no doubt at all that we will succeed. From the bottom of my heart, I offer you my heartfelt thanks for being with us. Madam President, the warmth of the welcome you and your government have given us, even at such a time of deep sorrow, has been nothing short of remarkable. Many of us wondered whether at such a sad time, Tanzania, the great republic, would be able to host us. And you haven't just hosted us, you are delighting us. The preparations for this meeting have been meticulous and imaginative, and this is surely one of the most beautiful places ever to host a Commonwealth ministerial meeting. And I thank everybody from the government of the United Republic of Tanzania, from the island of Zanzibar, and from the Commonwealth Secretariat. The platform for friendship and partnership which you have created for us, and which the Commonwealth continues to offer us, is a rare gift and a privilege. They lie at the heart of our capacity to be a force for good in the world. We should never take them for granted. And in the spirit of humble gratitude and solemn purpose, I'm looking forward to working with you all in the days ahead. I think we will never forget Zanzibar, but I have to tell you that we haven't forgotten Sri Lanka, and we haven't forgotten Mauritius, and we won't forget the ones who come after us. But Zanzibar, that is going to be a standard that others will have to do.
With the Law Ministers meeting here in Zanzibar. This gathering stands as a testament of our collective commitment to advancing the rule of law, justice, and equality within the jurisdiction of our member states. The Commonwealth has always served as a beacon of cooperation, collaboration, and shared values. Since its establishment, member countries have always shared the common goal of upholding democracy, peace, and development. And I want to assure you, under the regime of Her Excellency Dr. Samia, Tanzania has been the great example of democracy, peace, and development. As we convene here today in Zanzibar, we reaffirm our dedication to upholding these principles and working together to address the legal challenges of our time. Your Excellency, Madam President, this meeting presents a unique opportunity for us to engage in meaningful dialogue, exchange best practices, and forge partnership that will enable us to overcome the legal hurdles facing our member countries. From promoting access to justice to strengthening legal frameworks, our discussions over the coming days will shape the future of law and governance within the Commonwealth countries. Honorable President, Your Excellency, in this meeting, law ministers from member countries of Commonwealth will focus on key legal issues that need to be prioritized and considered in the 21st century through the theme technology and innovation. we want to discuss how digitalization paves the way to the development of people-centered access to justice. In that regard, ministers will deliberate and agree on how our countries should focus on the effective use of technology and facilitate access to justice in our respective countries for our citizens. Honorable President, Your Excellency, your dedication to the principles of democracy and the rule of law has not only strengthened our nation, but has also served as a pillar of hope for nations across the Commonwealth and beyond. Your unwavering commitment to justice and equality serves as an inspiration to us all, reminding us of the importance of our collective responsibility in advancing the cause of justice and human rights. Your Excellency, the United Republic of Tanzania plays a vital role within our Commonwealth family, and we look forward to get your insights and perspectives on the critical issues before us. Your presence here today, Honorable President, honors us all, and we are deeply grateful for the opportunity to hear your insights and guidance as we embark on this important gathering of Commonwealth ministers. We equally remain steadfast in our commitment to upholding the rule of law, protecting human rights, and fostering inclusive legal system that ultimately serve all members of our society. Together we can build a Commonwealth where justice and equality reign supreme. Your Excellency, before I conclude my remarks, I would like to take this opportunity to appreciate Your Excellency Dr. Samia, President of the United Republic of Tanzania, as a true champion and supporter of human rights, rule of law, and access to justice in the United Republic of Tanzania. Recently, among many reforms initiated by Her Excellency, the President, one reform deserves to be mentioned in the context of our Commonwealth Law Ministers meeting. Her Excellency has recently appointed a Presidential Criminal Justice Commission. This very commission, Presidential Criminal Justice Commission, has a responsibility to review challenges associated with the criminal justice system and make necessary recommendations. These were the directives from Her Excellency herself to us. We say thank you very much, Honorable President. Indeed, some of the recommendations are now being implemented. And that's why we say Her Excellency is a true champion and supporter of human rights. This has already positively changed the entire landscape of criminal justice system. And last month, during our Law Day, Her Excellency directed us that we have also, we need to focus not only on criminal justice, but also civil justice. So that is ongoing, and we say thank you very much for those directives. Furthermore, the Directorate of Human Rights at the Ministry of Constitution and Legal Affairs has embarked on countrywide legal aid campaign to raise public awareness on legal education and human rights, particularly to women and children's rights, but also to improve the provision of legal aid. And the beauty is that the legal aid campaign is known by the name Mama Samia Legal Aid Campaign. And it is fully 100% funded by the government under the regime of Her Excellency Dr. Samia. Due to time, I invite all participants participants to Google on these timely reforms. You can check on your Google and see our true hero, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, who is a very hard worker and committed leader. So I want you to see how our true hero of justice in the country and beyond is doing all these reforms, and now we are directed to comply with the so-called 4 R's. That is reform, rebuilding, resilience, and reconciliation. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow ministers from the Commonwealth, please join me in extending the warmest welcome to our esteemed Her Excellency, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, to deliver the opening address of the 2024 Commonwealth Law Ministers Meeting.
We are happy to host this esteemed gathering, which serves as a testament to our collective commitment to the rule of law, justice, and good governance. I commend you, Madam Patricia Scotland, for your leadership and apt coordination of this meeting. We thank you for choosing Tanzania as a venue of this meeting, and particularly Zanzibar. I also appreciate the Commonwealth Secretariat for the work it has been doing with the member countries to advance the cause of access to justice. Special gratitude to the Honorable Ministers for the work you have been doing, and I also welcome your commitment to use the Commonwealth Law Ministers platform to promote access to justice and rule of law. Madam Patricia and the delegates, we are very thankful for the condolence messages for the loss of our second President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the late Honorable Ali Hassan Mwinyi. Thank you for condoling with us. Honorable Ministers, I note with satisfaction the timely choice of the theme, technology and innovation, how digitalization paves the way for the development of the people-centered justice. It is therefore suffice to say that our Commonwealth community is witnessing rapid development in technology and also socio-economic sectors. The potential role of technology and innovation in fostering the rule of law cannot be overemphasized. It is important for the legal sector to also embrace technology in the dispensation of justice to ensure there is timely and efficient access to justice for all. And henceforth, the judiciary in Tanzania is endeavoring to address the backlog of cases through adoption of electronic tools. The judiciary has embarked on virtual court session, e-filing systems, and artificial intelligence, which enhances transparency and accountability in access to justice. To start off, it built up its own IT team charged with digitalization of court processes. As of last year, they started piloting on electronic case management systems to facilitate the registration of cases online and the assignment of cases for judges and magistrates. It is done electronically. This has provided a tool for monitoring on how cases are being handled. The government of Tanzania continues to support the judiciary in adopting technology and digitalization. We have facilitated connectivity between different courts through our fiber optic network and a close support by the e-government experts. The expectations of the people of the Commonwealth are high, and they are firm in the conviction that technology and its efficient use presents opportunity to better ensure access to justice. Furthermore, the Commonwealth Network can serve as an apt forum for finding consensus through consultation and sharing of experiences. It is in this regard that we welcome this very important meeting of yours. As such, it is our expectation that this meeting will enhance the application of technology in dispensing justice and strengthen collaboration amongst ourselves. Honorable Ministers, during this meeting, we look forward to hearing and learning from your experiences and best practices on your respective jurisdictions, on how we can best take advantage of technology and innovation in fostering access to justice for all. It is important that we also continue to share experience on how to best advance this cause. Honorable Ministers, Tanzania has been making major strides in addressing challenges related to the access to justice. We will recall that the 2019 Declaration on Equal Access to Justice by the Commonwealth Law Ministers identified a number of challenges encountered by the people of the Commonwealth with the attainment of access to justice. These challenges include poverty and high costs to access justice, and also access to legal aid, complex legal language, limited legal capability, corruption, geographic inaccessibility, and lack of confidence in the justice system. I thought it is important to briefly highlight key measures taken by Tanzania to address some of these challenges to better ensure access to justice. And in this case, I wish to premise what I'm going to say by underscoring that the rule of law and access to justice in Tanzania are held in high regard and are adhered to. The independence of the judiciary and access to justice are constitutionally guaranteed. Moreover, the executive and the judiciary maintain excellent working relations. In 1996, a judiciary introduced what it calls a Law Day, an annual celebration and forum for reflection on how it carries out its constitutional mandate of dispensing justice. To mark the excellent working relation between the judiciary and the executive, each year the President officiates Law Day and registers the executive concerns and commitment and give an assurance to continue cooperation with the judiciary. This tradition has endured and cemented the good working relationship between the executive and the judiciary, which in my view is critical in the administration of justice in any country. Number two, I want to talk on limited legal capability, and here I also wish to notify that the government supports the judiciary by addressing various obstacles that affect its capability to ensure access to justice. This is done in the framework of supporting implementation of the Judiciary Strategic Plan, SP, whose vision is timely and accessible justice for all. This includes things pertaining to policies, infrastructure, and also we continue to increase supporting staff and judicial facilities to better ensure the operational capability of the judiciary personnel. And the Tanzania judiciary policy focuses on improving the criminal justice system in the country. In 2023, the government formed a commission to examine the performance of the nation's criminal justice institutions in view of promoting fairness, efficiency, and upholding the human rights. And this has been said by Minister Pinja. And so in July last year, 2023, the Commission submitted its report with wide-ranging transformational recommendations for improving our criminal justice system. And all administrative recommendations are in various stages of implementation, while those which require policy or legislative changes are to be implemented in due course. This can be an area of interest for those who may wish to work with us on this issue. I also want to touch on another obstacle to access to justice, which is the legal aid. Our current system provides for access to legal aid by court-appointed advocates for those deemed to be in need or in need of it in both civil and criminal proceedings. To complement this, the government, as has been said by the minister, our government launched a massive Mama Samia legal campaign, and the campaign involves the provision of legal aid and education to the citizen on constitutional and legal issues, access to justice, and cross-cutting issues such as gender-based violence, violence against women and children, land administration, issues of inheritance, dispute resolution, including alternative dispute resolution, and human rights in general. The campaign has managed to sensitize the people on their rights and access to justice. As a result, many disputes on land, matrimonial, inheritance, and GBV have been resolved at community level. And having noticed high demand for legal aid, the government called upon other stakeholders to play their part in providing legal aid. And we are very thankful because we do have the volunteering paralegals, and we also have the non-state actors who are also providing legal aid today. We are very thankful. And as you may have already noticed, in Tanzania, the majority of our population speaks the national language, Swahili. For a long time, however, most of the judiciary conducts were done in English. And so complexity of the language that is used in judiciary or judiciary services has been another challenge to access to justice. Up until 2021, the government decided that all existing laws and new bills to come be presented in Swahili, and upon adoption will be translated into English for international use. So this exercise of translating all existing laws is ongoing. I firmly believe that this will go a long way in making the legal system more accessible by our people. Also, I would like to talk on the geographical inaccessibility, and in this, in dealing with this setback, and in recognition of the fact that we are having different judicial services spaced very far apart throughout the country. One innovative approach in the judiciary strategic plan is to construct an integrated justice centers, and or IJC, we call them for short. So the IJCs offer judicial services as one-stop center for access to justice from primary court to the court of appeal. They accommodate prosecutors, legal aid providers, the police, lawyers or advocates, the social service workers, so as to complement the justice chain. They are all under one roof. So IBSCs are equipped with modern e-justice tools, training rooms, and consolidated citizen services. Having all the services under one roof not only eases access to justice, but also saves time and money in the course of accessing justice. Another point which I'm glad to talk about is I'm glad to note that various efforts that have been taken have changed the public perception in the judiciary and its function. To cite mostly, in 2023, report, an independent research institution based in Tanzania did a follow perception study to gauge people's confidence in the judiciary. It noted that whereas in 2015 the confidence level was 65%, people's confidence to the judiciary was 65%. In 2023, their level had risen to 88%. And this is because of all those efforts which we have taken to facilitate access to the judiciary. Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, in parting, I wish to underscore that Tanzania remains committed to working closely with our Commonwealth partners for addressing emerging legal challenges, enhance legal education and training, and promote the development of robust legal frameworks that empowers our societies and ensure equal justice for all. I'm confident that the deliberations over the course of this meeting will pave the way for impactful and actionable outcomes that will bolster the rule of law within our jurisdictions and uphold the principles of justice, fairness, and equality across the Commonwealth. Madam Secretary General, we commend the undertakings at Commonwealth Secretariat. We also appreciate your partnership and the technical support and assistance in developing our human capital. We are also looking towards continuing working together in raising resources for developing toolkits that reflect emerging dynamics and needs. Madam Secretary General, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we welcome the delegates to Tanzania and Zanzibar, and I believe we'll find time to explore the beauty of this island. The romantic island, and the name itself is romantic. Zanzibar. You feel like speaking Zanzibar. So having said that, it is now my pleasure to declare the 2024 meeting of law ministers from Commonwealth member states officially open.